Hi. So it's been a while since I've made a video, and there's a reason for that. It's because I've been killing myself trying to finish this book. It's called Dying for the Rose, and it's about a guy who goes on a show like The Bachelorette, and when he's on the show he realizes that some of the people are dying, and he has to figure out what's going on and survive. But I bring up this book for a very specific reason. It's because in this book, one of the lead characters in this book is bisexual, just like in all of my novels I write. Even when the reader can't tell a character is bisexual in the book, there's always a bisexual character, because in my world bisexuals exist and they're cooler and I put them in there. But like this book and all of my other books, never once has one of my characters said the words, "I am bisexual." And I thought, since that is such a hang-up in the bisexual community, especially with shows like Orange is the New Black, so many bisexuals get frustrated with the fact that the character does not say they're bisexual. So I thought, since I'm a creative person, since I've created a lot of material with bisexuals in it, we should talk about that. So why is it that fictional characters don't identify as bisexual? There's a lot of reasons. Okay, so when a person creates a story, they are creating the world, and they have to make a choice. They have to say, okay, so there's a bisexual character in the story. They have to make the choice of what type of world this character lives in. Do they live in a world where bisexuality is a thing, like in terms of like people have issues with it? Or do they live in a world where people don't have issues with it, where it's just normal and like people don't question, it's just the way things go? When I create stories about worlds that I want to live in. I want to live in a world where a person could have sex with characters of either sex and not a big deal is made. Like it's just normal, this is what happens, there's nothing that's questioned about it. That's the world I want to live in. Isn't that the world that you want to live in? So when you create a world like this, then being bisexual isn't a big deal, being gay isn't a big deal. There's no one challenging you, like saying, "Are you bisexual?" And the character has to say, "Yes, yes, I am bisexual." Or the person has to, like in normal worlds, like our world, perhaps we have to come out. Perhaps we have to say to our friends and loved ones, "Hey, by the way, I'm bisexual." But in the worlds like this, if it's not a big deal, then why would a character just say that out of nowhere? Like, you have to create an entire situation where a person coming out as bisexual makes sense. And if they're coming out, that means that they have an issue with it in some way, or the world has an issue with it. Because, otherwise, if the world doesn't have an issue with it, it would basically be the same thing as if by saying, "Oh yes, I am tall," or "Oh yes, I am from this country. You did not know that information, so now you know that information." It's not coming out, it's just a statement of fact. And if no one has an issue with it, then why does it come up? So, but I know there's people who have like a huge problem with fictional characters not saying that, and I feel as an artist that that's because the people who have a problem with it, they want activism. They want their entertainment, but what they care more about is they want their characters to be activists. They have to make a statement. They want the people writing it to further their cause. And you kind of appreciate that if a person's writing a character that's having sex with perhaps different genders, or it's known they have sex with different genders, some people think that's activism enough. I mean, if you put a character that has sex with a man, it's a guy that has sex with another guy, you show an episode like on *Halt and Catch Fire*, where they bring back his boyfriend that he was in love with, but he never says that he's bisexual. I think as an artist, you've made a big enough statement already. Or like in *Penny Dreadful*, where the two male characters just suddenly have sex with each other. That's a big statement. That's activism on its own, but that's activism within the context of a story, in which case you're not like pulling the audience out of it to make some sort of like definitive statement that doesn't feel organic to you. So that is the reason why none of my characters ever said they're bisexual, because in my world, the worlds I create, it's like the world that you want to live in, like I want to live in which case it doesn't come up. And also because when you, for a character to have to say that, it has to be some sort of situation, it has to be worked into it, and to work into it, you either have to have the character, like characters have to be talking about, oh, I'm straight, I'm gay, well, I'm bisexual. Or you have to have that character have some issue with them being like themselves being bisexual, which means that they have to feel like have to tell people, or that the character that has to have some sort of questioning about their sexuality, and that other separate character has to question them about being bisexual. So, you know, if your worlds don't have that, then why would it come up? And if the artist doing it doesn't have a problem with that, and they want to create a utopian world, then why would they bring that up? So that is why, Dying for the Rose, there's a main character who's bisexual, and never once does he mention that he is bisexual, because why would he? In this world, it's not a big deal. It's not a big thing. In fact, I really wish I lived in the world that I created. Like, this is my fantasy world that I created for the bisexual character here. So there's no way I was going to sully it by putting someone on there that's biphobic and hates bis or has an issue with it, because I like this world better. So I hope that was helpful. If you'd like to discuss this, please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I'd love to, you know, chat about this with you, because I'm on this topic. I'm really open to, you know, maybe there's something I've missed, because, you know, I'm so far into it as an artist that I don't know, that I perhaps I'm having a harder time seeing from other perspectives. But let me know. Until the next video, stay cooler, my bisexual friend. Stay cooler. Bye. And pick up Dying for the Rose, because you'll enjoy it. I swear there's a lot of humor. There's non-stop plot twist in this sucker. Non-stop. Lots of adventure, lots of action, and it's a good deal of humor. So, talk to you later. Bye-bye.